Coming up, do you know how much sodium is in your diet? It may be sneaking in ways you never thought. We'll tell you how to watch for it. Plus, we slow down a marathon runner long enough to get tips on training for long runs.
There are just so many people that were interested in running that have never really ran any type of distance before.
All that and more right now on Beachbody Network News. Welcome to BNN. How much salt is really in your diet? According to the FDA, some Americans are consuming almost 3 times the recommended daily amount. We'll tell you how to watch your salt intake a little later in the show. But first, if you want to chat with Beachbody's fitness and nutrition advisor, Steve Edwards, about more ways to avoid salt, you can chat live with him on Monday, December the 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Chat with Steve by clicking on the chat live bar above. Now to Beachbody's own running man, Mike Masters. Mike is a marathon runner, and he has some great tips for long-distance running. Retired Army Command Sergeant Major Mike Masters' interest in marathon running was ignited during his 26 years of intense military experience.
The Army 10-mile race is just a big, huge competitive event that a lot of military units go to Washington, D.C. and run in, so that kind of got me up to running 10-mile races, and I've just been loving it ever since.
Mike, a 7-year marathon veteran, gladly lent his training expertise to several fellow Beachbody cohorts who were interested in long-distance running, but had never run in a marathon before the race in San Antonio.
I just wanted to spread the wealth to everybody else that was interested in running. I just like seeing a person, after they've ran for a 4 or 5 month training period, just the big change that they've had and the change in themselves and just the way they feel about themselves.
Through Beachbody's online community, a handful of Beachbody coaches united and decided to push themselves beyond their physical limit by running the 26.2 miles.
There are just so many people that were interested in running that have never really ran any type of distance before, and it just kind of just blew up all at once. Then we started a thread. We decided to come to San Antonio since this was their first rock and roll marathon.
Mike was glad to help, but encountered a huge roadblock: how to train runners remotely and online through the Beachbody threads.
We started probably 6 months ago, had posted that we would do a 16-week training program. Got 4 schedules posted, did four training runs per week, different intensities.
Throughout the 16-week training program, Mike stayed in constant contact with his trainees, ensuring that they were properly training and progressing in their regimen.
Online, they post what they've run, and then I kind of evaluate what they've said, and then I'll continue to ask them questions about that, if they hydrated, if they stretched before, if they stretched after, if how hard that they ran, the foods they've been eating. I just try to instill that in them day after day after day to get them into a routine.
After cyber training for 6 solid months, Mike and his trainees were thrilled to be in San Antonio for the Rock and Roll Marathon.
Beachbody is a huge group, and we're all part of Beachbody, and we want to show off to the spectators. We want to be Beachbody Unite. We just want to be out there and be excited and help each other out and motivate each other and inspire each other to finish and get to the finish line is smiling and having a good time.
Good luck!
Contact Mike on the message boards for more marathon training tips. You'll find him under the screen name Army Mike. Now on to health news and the average American's salt intake. Yes, the body does need some sodium, but how much is too much? Michael Padula has the story.
A pinch of salt on your sweet potato, a quick shake to make your broccoli more flavorful, and before you know it, you are consuming more than the daily recommended amount of 1,800 milligrams. According to the FDA, Americans are ingesting high amounts of salt, up to 6,000 milligrams a day. That's almost 3 times the recommended amount. Your body requires some sodium to thrive, but consuming more than 2,400 milligrams per day can lead to health risks, such as cardiovascular disease and kidney dysfunction, says the National Academy of Sciences. Salt sneaks its way into our diets in the form of preserved and processed foods. Scientists are concerned about the amount of salt in processed foods. In fact, 75% of the sodium consumed is from processed foods. And what the food industry includes during processing, we can't take out. But food labeling can help. Read the labels of anything you purchase that is already prepared. Opt for sodium-free or low-sodium choices to help you stay under 600 milligrams per meal. Consume plenty of potassium-rich fruits and vegetables like sweet potatoes, bananas, spinach, cantaloupe, and honeydew melon. When dining out, request less salt in your meal, and when cooking at home, add salt at the end. For more healthy food choices, check out Beachbody's Meal Planner on the Team Beachbody website before your next trip to the grocery store.
If you haven't checked out Beachbody's Meal Planner, it's a great resource. Customize your own meal plan by clicking on the Diet and Nutrition tab on the Team Beachbody website. That wraps today's webcast. Thanks for watching. Coming up on Tuesday, Tony Horton's bringing it to the holidays. He's got a new one-on-one workout that'll make you red and green with envy.
Very intense, very severe, and if you're going to get it, get ready because this thing's going to knock you on your buttocks.
Plus, we'll meet a Team Beachbody Club member who won't let Parkinson's disease control his life. He finds a way to work in some quick workouts. Find out how on the next edition of BNN. Now you can go back to your workout. We'll see you next time.